Hi, Empath. Welcome back to this channel. Peace, love, light, blessings, abundance, health, wellness, all good things towards you. And so it is. I want to talk about an energy that is in the field at this time. So energy is fluid, right? And the collective of humans on the planet, we're all creators, whether we realize it or not. And so the collective consciousness at any given moment creates an energy, a vibration, and a frequency. Sometimes we're downloading that from the divine, and sometimes we are integrating different chaos frequencies. It could be anxiety or anger or stress or war or whatever, poverty. We integrate those energies, and then collectively, based on whatever the common denominator vibrational set point is, that then a particular vibration or frequency will emerge from our collective consciousness. Sometimes that's positive, sometimes that's negative, sometimes it's neutral. It's a mixed bag, right? Because energy is fluid, and it is also a mixed bag, and energy is being created from multiple sources throughout the universe. Humans are creating vibration and frequency. The earth has its own electromagnetic frequencies, planets and the elements and the elementals, and beyond even our planet. Creation is always happening. The source of creation, which is what I call God, is always creating, but we also have been imbued, if you will, with power to also create. Our thoughts create, our energy creates, our creativity creates, right? Even in silence, we are creating. We are either at cause or we are at effect, even while we're sleeping, even when we're silent. Whatever we're thinking, whatever we're emanating, whatever we are vibrating is either creating something positive that is solution oriented, or it is part of the problem. Okay, so this is why we do so much work. This is why we've been working on ourselves for so long, to keep our energies pure, to run back into the sanctuary of the heart so we can recalibrate quickly and get back on track and get back on point, if you will, energetically, emotionally, mentally, all the ways, financially, you know what I mean? Every possible way, physically, fitness, health. We want to remain the best version of ourselves that we possibly can. Even on your hardest days, you want to give yourself permission to recalibrate, reset, transmute energy, and get back on point. Because as light workers, way showers, empaths, warriors of the light, divine citizens of the universe, children of God, we're here to do very powerful things. And in order to be ambassadors of light, which is what we've been called to be, in order to be role models, in order to be way showers, in order to have something to say that is meaningful, because anybody can talk, right? Lots of people have platforms and talk about all kinds of things. Some of it's useful, some of it's not. But in order to allow your words to be precisely what a community or an environment needs, in order to allow your words to be medicine and to be an elixir of light, to be helpful to human consciousness, not just human consciousness, but all sentient beings, we have to be dialed in. And in order to remain dialed in, we have to be in the sanctuary of the heart, transmuting the lower vibrations, the lower frequencies, up-leveling our consciousness, mind, body, spirit, energy, constantly up-leveling and plugging back in to what is sacred, what is divine, what is aligned, what is beautifully a part of your sacred purpose on the planet. So I want to talk very quickly about the energy of or vibration of offense, being offended, being easily offended. That is a frequency that is not helpful for us in the empath collective. It is running rampant on our planet. People being offended. They're offended by things people post on social media. They're offended by something someone said. They're offended by anything that is not considered PC or, the current trend of the moment. I'm not suggesting that we should be careless with our words, or that we should just be reckless, right, with what we say, or how we live our lives, or post, or whatever. But there's something really beautiful that happens when we pull ourselves out of that mass consciousness of being PC and worrying about what other people think, and caring what other people think, and really just moving into a space of complete authenticity and just really being the truth. Just being your truth, and being, as long as you are aligned with your soul's vibration and your soul's frequency, and you are launching everything from love and light based on your soul frequency and your soul path and your divine sacred mission assignment, as long as you are aligned with that, you can sleep at night. You'll have peace, you'll have health, you'll have abundance, you'll have joy, you'll have the right relationships at any given moment. Whoever's supposed to be in your life will be in your life. But what would it be like, dear beautiful empaths, if you just were no longer offended? Imagine not being offended by anything. Imagine that nothing on the planet that is said or spoken can hurt you. Imagine being, whatever race, culture, creed, religion, perspective, philosophy, wherever you launch from, whatever you endorse, imagine not needing anyone else on the planet to validate your experience or your beliefs. Imagine speaking your truth, living your truth, embodying the light of the divine based on how you integrate that, whatever that means to you. Imagine living your life that way and launching from there with zero need for anyone else on the planet to get it, or validate it, or appreciate it, or honor it. Imagine, in fact, if they dishonor it, if they meet you with cynicism or sarcasm or rude remarks, or what may be perceived as disrespect. Imagine healing the ego so much and aligning the ego and the shadow and the darker parts of our consciousness with the light of our soul frequency. Imagine merging all of your parts, mind, body, spirit, energy, your past, present, your future, your perspectives on everything, your mental state, your emotions. Imagine recalibrating and allowing everything to up level and plug into the soul's frequency and the soul vibration, and releasing ego, allowing ego to be plugged in to the light of the divine, and only showing up, ego only showing up when there's something to manifest, when there's a mission to accomplish, when there's something to get done. Then ego shows up and is like, I'm on it, I got it, I heard the soul plan, I know what the soul wants to do, so I can do that. I am confident that I can accomplish that particular thing. That leg of spirit, I'm on it, I got it, I know what I'm doing, I'm showing up. So imagine if ego only showed up when it was in response to the soul plan and activating and implementing something that's part of your beautiful mission assignment. Other than that, imagine ego taking a back seat and therefore not being offended by anything. Imagine not being offended. Imagine not needing anyone to validate you. Imagine not needing anyone to validate your spiritual position. Imagine not needing anyone to validate your race, your culture, your spiritual beliefs, your religious beliefs, your academia, your accomplishments, your professional skills. Imagine not needing one human being ever, anywhere, to validate you, to okay you, to sign off on your skills, your abilities, your talents, your power. Imagine if you obliterated that from your consciousness and you live with such a purity of heart and soul and spirit that the vibration of that The frequency of living from that pure space was all the validation you need. This is really challenging for me to communicate to you, but I want to challenge you to obliterate ego so much from your consciousness unless it's activating a soul mission, that you don't get offended by anything. I want to help you recognize, for those of you that aren't there yet, because I'm sure many of you are there, you're probably already living this way. But for those of you who are not yet living in this bliss, when you let go of offense and you are not offended by anyone, where there's nothing they can say or do that can wreck your confidence and your self-worth and your self-love and your self-care and your peace, imagine not letting anyone or anything rock you off of your peace. Imagine being so grounded and so strong and confident and anchored in your own divine light and your own soul frequency that offense is something of the past. It doesn't even enter into the equation in terms of the way you think. It's not even a part of your consciousness. Imagine transmuting that energy. Imagine obliterating offense from your consciousness. Imagine that. Just take a deep breath and imagine it being removed, released. Imagine letting go of being offended. Imagine no one being offended. Imagine you not being offended by what anyone else does. Staying in your lane, staying in your highest light, being aligned with your highest truth, and launching all of your endeavors, all of your soul missions from the space of just soul frequency. The soul frequency is pure. It is a beautiful place to recalibrate and to reset the mind and the heart when you've been offended or taken advantage of or judged or mistreated or met with sarcasm or cynicism or whatever happens, scammed or whatever happens. When you recalibrate immediately by running into the sanctuary of the heart and dialing into the soul frequency and allowing yourself to reset, recalibrate, recapitulate there. Your recapitulation, your healing, your medicine, your elixir never comes from without. It comes from within. Your soul frequency is all you need. Dial into soul, listen to soul, recalibrate with soul. Stay in the sanctuary of the heart and realign, recalibrate according to your soul frequency. Your own soul structure is your medicine. There's absolutely zero, no need for offense. Allow that to integrate your consciousness. Allow that to permeate the old mental constructs, the old erroneous thinking that feels like offense is required. It's not. Being offended is not required on this planet. Being so sensitive that you are easily offended and you feel disrespected. This whole thing about disrespect, that was disrespectful. I can't believe she disrespected me. I can't believe he disrespected me like that. Nobody can disrespect you if you don't give them that power. Imagine releasing disrespect, releasing offense, and living in the vibration of high frequency love and light, your own soul frequency structure. Imagine staying in your lane, minding your own business and drinking some water and staying healthy, vibrating with soul. Imagine not feeling disrespected, letting people be who they are, practice free will, do what aligns for them. And if it doesn't vibe with you, you can release them. You can walk away from anyone and anything at any given point if it is not aligned with your soul structure, if it's not aligned with your soul vibration and your destiny and your legacy and what you are here as an ambassador of light to create. Do you know what I'm saying? You are on assignment by God. You are not here to be disrespected. You are not here to be anybody's doormat or, to be mistreated. So I'm certainly not saying just take it, grin and bear it. No, what I'm saying is own your power, recognize that you have the ability to reset and recalibrate at any given moment. If something's just not for you, it's not for you. And you can walk away and you can say, I release you in love and light, letting you go. It's not vibing anymore. Thank you for, the lessons. Thank you for the experience. Thank you for the opportunity that we had together, but this doesn't work for me anymore. But imagine just removing offense and being offended from the equation, and just realigning yourself with your truth, speaking your truth, and launching from love and light 100% of the time. Can you imagine that with me? Can you take a deep breath and imagine releasing disrespect and offense, the need to be offended, the consciousness of offense, the paradigm of offense, the idea of offense. Imagine extracting that from your own being, your own vibration, your own soul frequency. Well, it's not a part of your soul frequency. So imagine releasing it from your consciousness and you realigning with the soul frequency that does not have offense in it. Your soul frequency doesn't have pain or suffering or disrespect. It doesn't have racism. It doesn't have woe is me. It doesn't have victim mindset. It doesn't have revenge. Your soul frequency doesn't have retaliation in it. Imagine resetting, recapitulating, recalibrating, and realigning with your soul frequency now, up-leveling mind, body, spirit, energy, all of the subtle bodies, your cells, your organs. Imagine recalibrating and plugging into the soul frequency, launching from your own soul vibrational set point, listening to spirit, listening to soul, and letting offense be a thing of the past. Imagine it just gently floating out of your consciousness, out of your field, to dimensions far, 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 far away from you, no longer needed. Imagine living in that clear, beautiful space with breath of love and light, peace, anchored, grounded in your own vibrational set point, your own frequency. Imagine embodying an offended-less life. Offense-less life. Imagine offense being a thing of the past, just gone, obliterated, disrespect gone, disrespect obliterated, not a part of your consciousness anymore. It's just not something you even think about. You just don't feel into that. You don't think about it. You don't worry about it. You're not offended anymore. You're not disrespected anymore. Nobody can disrespect you because you're in your power. You're anchored. You know who you are. You're an ambassador of love and light. And you're strong. You're powerful. You're aligned with all that God, Creator, Source of everything, has for you. So this is the message, dear ones, that my spirit team wanted me to share with our collective today as ambassadors of light, as empath, light workers, healers. We want to embody the right vibrations, the right frequency, the right key codes. We want to hold those in our structure and embody them with such power that we become the chaos within the chaos in the external world that calms the storm. We have to have a higher frequency. We have to have a higher vibrational set point, a higher mindset, okay? A mindset of love and light. We have to be connected to our soul's light and our soul's frequency in order to carry the light codes, the key codes that will reset the planet. We've got to hold them with such power, with such fervor, with such integrity, with such authenticity. You know what I mean? In order for it to be real to you, in order for this to be your conviction, like your heart space, to be living from a place where you are not offended and you are not disrespected, you have to live in the light and you have to do the work. You've got to live, you've got to abide in the sanctuary of the heart. You've got to run back. Every time somebody gets on your nerves or pisses you off, you got to run back into the sanctuary of the heart and go, okay, plug me in, spirit, back to the divine soul frequency of love and light. And eventually that becomes your authentic way of moving through the world, and you are launching from a place of spiritual integrity moment by moment and breath by breath. And that's when we change our environment. That's when we are the chaos within the chaos that calms the storm. See, not all chaos frequencies are the same. They're not all equal. Some chaos is extremely disruptive, and some of it has a divine purpose. Which are you? What type of chaos are you? Are you the chaos that's bringing problems? Are you the chaos that brings solutions? You get to decide. You have free will. But if you realign, if we as an empath collective realign and plug back into the soul frequency moment by moment, breath by breath, we can embody that light We can carry it with power because we're so aligned with soul. There's so much integrity and so much spiritual authenticity, ego not in the way, that our planet will change. It'll start with a little community. It'll start with your environment. But you can shift the narrative. You can shift the paradigm by embodying the light that you want to see in the world. You be the change that you want to see in the world. It's all vibration and it's all frequency, my friends. So I'm sending you love and light. I hope this message is received with love and light. And for those of you that are ready to embody this level of spiritual integrity and spiritual authenticity, may peace be with you. May angels surround you. May you be protected as you move into the world in subtle and overt ways with a vibrational set point and a soul frequency that has the power to change this planet and create peace on earth. Peace, blessings, love, and light to you.